Oh my. So, today we're going to take a look at AniMester's Witch of Desire, Liliana. Now, this brand does all these risque type figures of fantasy women. Now, I don't really collect these type of figures, but here I am reviewing one, so that doesn't really say much about that. There are two very, very, very big reasons why I decided to pick this one up, and I'll explain that in a bit. But yeah, I think these are all their original characters. I don't think they're from any anime or manga or games. I think these are all created by this company, so I could be wrong. But yeah, so this is the box, and with that being said, let's take her out of the packaging. And here's Liliana, or the Witch of Desire, all opened up, and there's not really much to it. She has a base that you have to plug in, which is pretty simple, but it gets annoying because you have to angle her in a weird way, so be careful. And overall, yeah, she's already assembled, so not much to say about that. So with that being said, let's do some close-ups. And here's a closer look at Liliana, the Witch of Desire. So yeah, let's do like a rotation here. Now I had to switch off all my lights because her skin is pretty fair, so what happened was the lights were bouncing off of her. So my camera was basically seeing a very, very white glow, just a glow, so it had trouble focusing. But overall this works. So yeah. Now there are two big reasons why I chose to buy this figure. The first one is her light up feature. So you get two accessories. The first one is her staff. It's a goat's head. So it's like I think it's like a bone type deal. And there is a hole here that you basically plug the end point in. This also activates her eye feature, which I like. So just wave it. Yeah. And she's got you hypnotized, I guess. So you just peg this in here, and you just try to balance it on her hand like so. You don't have to really force it in, it just bounces by itself. And yeah. And the second accessory she comes with is this key. Now in lore, I don't really know what this key represents. It's kind of cool looking, but it also has a magnet, which also helps in activating her second eye feature, which is like a pulsating type of deal. So as you can see, over time it'll just dim, and you know deal. So both of these accessories can control her eye features. Doop. And lastly, another face sculpt, but this is more of a printed style. So plug it in is the same as a SHA figure arts figure, basically. You basically take off the hair and you just, if you have one of those figures. Now, another feature I like about this figure is it has something called a tracking eye feature thing, which is very interesting. But I need to do a close-up for that. Oh wait, forgot one more thing. She does come with an instruction manual, so, if you're lost. So as you can see, these two accessories does help in activating her eye feature. The battery, I forgot to check, but I'll put it on screen now if you guys are interested. And yeah, so with that being said, let's check out this weird eye tracking feature this figure has. So let's take a look at this tracking mechanism. First off, let's switch off her eyes for a moment. And let's... Whoa. She's doing it. She's looking at you. That is freaky. I've never seen a figure do this before. Now, I don't know if there's some sort of mechanism in her head or in the face sculpt that's doing this, or it's just the lens that's the eyes, you know, doing a weird optical illusion or something. That's freaky. So what do you guys think? This is one of the features that kind of intrigued me about this figure. So yeah, with that being said, let's maybe take a look at her other face sculpt, because this is kind of freaking me out. And here's a look at the other face sculpt. I don't know why they included this one, because I think the other one does both very well, the light up and non-light up feature. So it's kind of pointless to have this face sculpt. That's just my opinion though. So yeah, with that being said, let's do some close-ups. And here's a closer look at Liliana. So her horns, her elf ears. God, she is looking at me wherever I go. Her assets. She does have some like bat features. I don't know, she is succubus of some sort. What do you guys think? There's her feety feets, the base, and the key. Back of her head. And yeah, this is her. This is The Witch of Desire Liliana by AniMester. So with that being said, let's try and find a place for her in my room and away from my wife, because she does not know I have this. And this is where Liliana will stay for now. She's a pretty thin figure, so finding space for her isn't so hard. But yeah, that kind of concludes my review over this random figure I found. Now, I don't know if I'm going to collect any more of these. God, she's tracking me. Look at that. This is scary. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get any more of these risque figures. It's not really me. I don't really like having a bunch of these. Kind of makes me feel icky. But I think having a few is fine, you know? Yeah, that's probably going to tell my wife later when she sees this. She's probably going to throw something at me. So yeah. With that being said, thanks for watching. And as always, go get 'em.